The Chicago Bulls take the court for the second time after the All-Star break when they take on the Suns at home at the United Center. Can the Bulls pull out a win? We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Hayes, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And the Chicago Bulls have a game today when they come up against the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are a very disappointing team. As much as, people say things like, what team is more inept than the Chicago Bulls? Look no further than the Phoenix Suns. I hate to tell y'all, right? And I get it. The Bulls are in a place where they suck right now. But the Bulls have no superstar players at all. The Bulls are also considerably under the luxury tax. Imagine if you were a team that had the largest tax bill of all the teams in the NBA. Of all the teams in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns have a luxury tax bill of $152 million. Imagine having that team, right, with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, players that you spent a shit ton of money to bring in, and that team sits with 26 wins. I get it that the Bulls are in the Eastern Conference, but the Phoenix Suns only have more wins than the Chicago Bulls, and look at that luxury tax bill. The Bulls, who only have two players, in Nikola Vucevic and Lonzo Ball, that are making over $20 million. That Lonzo Ball and Vucevic's contracts wouldn't even be in the top four of the Phoenix Suns. You want to look at it at a franchise that's more inept than the Chicago Bulls? Look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Look no further than the Phoenix Suns. That's the team. That's the team that you're looking at there. And oh, by the way, the Phoenix Suns don't even own their own first round pick. You know who does own the Phoenix Suns first round pick? The Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs have the Phoenix Suns first round pick this year. That's it. You know whose pick the Phoenix Suns do have? The Houston Rockets. So there you go on that one. When you talk about franchises that are more inept than the Chicago Bulls, I'm telling you, it's the Phoenix Suns are a pretty goddamn stupid ass franchise to pay $152 million on top of the salary that you already have. And you did that for 26 wins on the season? Not even a play-in berth? Not even the play-in? That's pretty bad. That's all I'm saying. But with that said, they're probably going to kick the Bulls' ass today. So there you go on that one. What's up, Hayes? Let's try not to get blew up. The first comment, Shay. The first comment. You couldn't spell blue correctly. See, that's how you got here. I'm not going to make that joke. Let's not try to get blown out tonight, because I know for a fact Modest is going to get destroyed by KD, and hopefully Lonzo, if he plays. Anytime Shay says he knows something for a fact and misspelled blue, you got to be a little bit concerned about the validity of that comment there, huh? Shout out to my little brother, Shay. Good morning, Hayes. 7:30 a.m. here at the start of the video. Hoping for another competitive loss. And hopefully Giddey continues his good form, though. I'm not asking for 27 points. Giddey's been playing really good since the All-Star break, man. Hayes got that working man look. What? Huh? All I do is work. I'm here. What's going on, Bulls Daily? Glad to have you in the building. Man Cave, we get a good, efficient can we get a good, efficient Kobe White game? We're overdue for an efficient Kobe White game. That's for damn sure. Looking fresh, Hayes. Appreciate that. No hat today. This is a rare sight. Yeah, listen, here's the thing. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, right? I have recently started embracing all the gray hairs that are growing. So sometimes y'all going to get a little bit more of no hat Hayes here. Not completely. It's still going to be a rare sight, but there's going to be more of no hat Hayes. I'm just, I don't want to be put in a box. But I did just order a new fly hat that has Benny the Bull on it, and it's a canvas hat. I'm gonna unleash that mug at some point. But yeah, y'all getting some no hat Hayes here for a little while. Damn, the game is at 4. Yes, Sydney, the game is at 4 today. We got no hat Hayes today. That is hilarious. We need to tank for Ace, but come on, y'all. Like, I get it, what y'all saying. Y'all got to understand the Bulls are not tanking. They just suck. Now, they're probably the result is probably still going to be the same. We're going to lose a lot of games. If the Philadelphia 76ers ever decide to wake up and play some goddamn basketball, we can get out the play-in, but that's probably not going to happen either. Hayes, remember when I made the voicemail a couple of years ago and I said that super team shit doesn't work? The Phoenix Suns are a perfect example of that. Hey, man. The manufactured and listen, Kevin Durant's been part of 2 failed super teams now because the Brooklyn Nets were another failed super team. So hey, there you go. That just goes to show no matter what talent that you have, if you don't brush your hair properly, you can wind up like Kevin Durant. Feels like 2018-19 Bulls team full of nobodies. No, I mean, we got players, like we got talent. 2018-19 Bulls team was a different beast. Like we got promising young players on this team, right? We just got to figure out what we're going to do and how quickly we can turn this thing around. Bulls traded 3 valuable players and got virtually nothing, no picks, no nothing, just Josh Giddey and our own first round pick back and a couple of second round picks, and Chris Duarte. Yeah, that's what we got for sending those guys away. There you go. That's why we should take Durant off their hands and do what with it? FK says, what up, Hayes and chat? What's going on, FK? Glad to have you in the building. Wait, I thought this was a love pregame show. I want to see Kobe shoot more mid-range shots. I think he's been selling for too many. I thought this was a love pregame show. A love pregame show? What you pregame your porn? That's wild, bro. Oh, I miss. No, that's me. Yep, that's a typo. Well, I'm talking about Shay. There we go. Let's go ahead and update that. There we go. Now that's updated. Damn. Folks said he opened for another competitive loss. Nigga, what? Left my ass off. He said blew out. Hey, he sounded it out though. He sounded it out, man. That's crazy. The league ranked us last and first. Listen, I get that and I understand why, but I'm telling you right now, it's something about being as low as the Bulls are, but not having the crazy, like, look at the Phoenix Suns and how much money they finna pay, bro. That's crazy. They have a second tax apron bill of $152 million that all the other teams below the apron are gonna pay, and they're slated to be $165 million tax bill next year. That's crazy. They're spending $219 million this season to not make the play-in. That's crazy. That's crazy. My man just said, hoping for a competitive loss. We ain't dropping out of the 10th seed. Mark my word. 76ers suck ass like us. So let's just support the team and win. No, see, listen. No, just go out there and play hard. Play hard. That's all that is. Like, win or loss, it don't matter at this point. But you still keep in mind, even if the 76ers don't leapfrog you, you still want to lose more. There's a chance of more lottery balls. And as I've been told by many people, more balls is what the people want. People want balls. So go out there and I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking. Midday no hat Hayes may be elite. It may be elite. Maybe elite. I enjoy the hatless Hayes pods. That's crazy. Competitive loss better than blowout loss. There you go on that one. Tour does have 13 games versus bottom. Toronto? It's like an infection. Shay's like an infection. Every time Shay says something, it just all goes throughout the chat badly. Toronto does have 13 games versus bottom 6 teams left, so there's some hope that the Bulls can fall as low as 6th. Hopefully, Philly also passes the Bulls. We'll see. We'll see. What's up with the new two-way guy we signed recently? Not a goddamn thing. That doesn't mean nothing for the rest of the season. I mean, he's a very talented scoring guard at the G League level, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything for the future with the Bulls. So, Hayes, who is your favorite Bulls player of all time? Oh, see, that's a great question. I love how you worded that, right? Because favorite and best are two different things. My favorite Bulls player of all time is Joakim Noah. By far. It's not even a question. Joe is my favorite Bull of all time. What's going on, Daniel Barry? Glad to have you in the building, brother. If we get the W tonight, maybe the no hat haze is a lucky superstition. We'll see. I do pregame my porn. Thank you very much. How does that work? How does that work? You know what? I don't want to know. Please don't tell me. I don't want to know. But I will let you know. When group of men get together and watch porn together, that shit weird. And I didn't realize until I was damn near 30 that people do that shit. That's really, really weird. That's really strange. If you are in your friend group, y'all get together to watch porn casually as like a group of men, that's weird. That's strange. That's really fucking weird, yo. I'm not saying that's what you do, R-Dub, but I'm saying for everybody under the sound of my voice, if you sitting in a room with another grown-ass man and y'all watching porn together, something's wrong, something's weird about that. I need y'all to make better choices or move to Atlanta, one or the other. Signed to rent for 2 years to play alongside the mentor. Deanna over here fantasy booking. Listen, she over here fantasy booking. What's going on here? What's going on? That's crazy. Who do you think is a better prospect, bro? VJ Edgecombe or H. Bailey? I'm starting to think they're equal now. Am I tripping? Hey, I like VJ more and more I watch him. More and more I watch him. So 2018 Bulls, LOL. This team by light years is better than that team is worse. We have more talent and aren't even better. Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I honestly just want to see the young fellas get some playing time and see what they can do. Nothing else to see here. I can't blame you for that thinking at all. Can't blame you. As long as the Bulls lose today, then either Brooklyn or Philly will only be a half game back after today. Well, the problem is they keep losing. Philly keeps losing too. So is Terry injured or not getting game time? Don't get why he has left out of the rotation. He's defensive intensity is what we need. I wouldn't call Dalen defensive intensity. He did have a bit of an injury there. I don't know if he's still. I don't think he's on the injury report anymore, but he did initially have. I can't remember what it was. Him and Phillips both had something to when they both kind of fell out the rotation. 2-minute report came out last game. The Lonzo Brunson rebound should have been challenged because they got it wrong. Maybe Billy lack of challenges now helps us lose more, which is a good, but going forward bad. I mean, it is what it is, man. Terry looks like a Tukin. What the hell is that? That boy stressed. LOL. No, that is crazy. Hey, listen, I'm just chilling, man. I'm almost 40 with a full. Tell you, people ain't shit. People ain't shit. You're just gonna go ahead and turn the lights off. Motherfuckers ain't charging lights. That boy, you know what it is though. All jokes aside, the more I see people I'm 38 years old. The more I see people that are like 28, 29, balding, it makes me want to rock my hair more often because, like, what's wrong with y'all? What did y'all do to get thinning hair and a receding hairline before the age of 30? What's happening there? Y'all need to eat some more vitamins? Like, what's going on? That's a conversation that needs to be had. Dudes don't need to go to strip clubs together. That's mad weird. Strip clubs is different. Like, because you can be in a completely different part of the strip club doing your thing. But if y'all sitting together on a couch watching porn together, that's strange. Like, that's weird, bro. That's really weird. Like, imagine if I called up Pat and I was like, hey, Pat, come through. Pat, come through. And we just sitting around hanging out watching porn together. What? Y'all don't got no other interest? Like, what's happening? Do you like that's weird? It's really weird. It's really strange. It's really strange. Did Jalen Smith hurt himself? Cat made contact with, but that whiplash. Then yeah, so he still has the facial injury. So he's not playing today. He's on the injury report. So dudes watching females shake ass to dudes who huddle up to watch pork is a major difference. But hey, listen, R-Dub live in a different world, bro. The more R-Dub talks, the more I be like, hey, what's wrong with R-Dub? Like, he's still family, right? Make no mistake about it. R-Dub is family. He's been around here for a while, major supporter, got mad love for the dude. But sometimes R-Dub be saying some shit that I'd be like, you went on record to say that? That's okay, cool. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Who's your top 3 on your college draft board? I mean, clearly Cooper Flagg. I got VJ Edgecombe and then Dylan Harper. No knock on Ace Bailey, but you know, I feel like I missed a key part of the conversation. Muggs on breaking the group set. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't get that. Like, because like what's happening? That's not the type of bonding you should be doing with your friends, yo. That's not it, yo. That's not it, fam. That's not it. My bad, Hayes. I should have mentioned Brooklyn and Philly are both 1.5 games back of the Bulls and each play each other today. Oh, got you. So somebody has to win. That's crazy. I can't trust a guy who would watch porn with other men, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's what are we doing here? Are we really got people that's trying to support the let's link up and all watch porn community? That's weird, bro. That's weird. That's very strange. That's very, very weird. Very weird. That's all I can say on that one. Like y'all got to see this. This is why fathers in the household are important, because I feel like that's a conversation that a father be, hey son, hey, do that in private, bro. Like what like it's weird. It's weird, yo. Y'all, some of y'all weird, bro. Some of y'all weird. Hayes, Bulls with the 4th pick. Who will you take? Edgecombe or JK from ooh. You gotta ask me that after the draft combine. You gotta ask me that after the draft combine, man. Pisses me off to see Billy just plant Modest in the corner and expect him to be effective. I mean, that's what we've seen from him, man. So we need some comedy in these tough times as Bulls fans. Thank you for carrying us in the tough times. Hey, I told y'all the rest of the way is going to be fun because these pregame shows and halftime hangouts are about to be crazy. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. We about to have fun the rest of the season. About to have fun. Stacey King was right. Other GMs know they can fleece Acme. How in the world does the Heat get a first-round pick for Jimmy Butler and Bulls get nothing for Zach? I mean, technically, we got protections off a first-round pick. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. What if you're breaking down tape and studying technique? What is happening? What is going on with y'all, man? If you breaking down tape in that way, you just go to hell. I mean, I hate to say that. Yeah, there's no hope for you at that point in time. You're on the wrong side of society, man. You just got to go to hell because that's crazy. What you? Oh, we just sitting here breaking down tape. Oh, whose tape you watching? Janet Jackman's. You what? Yeah. Kitten Dior. We're breaking down her tape. Did you know it only takes her 34 strokes? What? That's crazy, fam. That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. Hayes, what's your concern on Ace Bailey? Why isn't he a top choice? I mean, you're gonna have to. We're not gonna get into all that on this stream. But I mean, there are some concerns about everybody, and that could definitely change. Edgecombe is a sus name. No, your mind is sus, bro. If you think Edgecombe is a, now that I say it, you got to say it together, bro. You putting pauses where you don't need to put pauses at, bro. Your brain's working a little bit weird there, man. Bulls got their ability to not have to purposely lose to keep their next 3 first-round picks. Some may think it's dumb or whatever, but it's hugely important and gives us more options. Yeah, I mean, it definitely gives us more options, but you also got to weigh the thing of, is this team, if you traded Zach, and I get it, before Zach LaVine trade, you have a different mindset. But think of it this way as well, Rob. And I'm not saying that your thinking is necessarily wrong. I'm just offering a different perspective. If you take Zach LaVine away from this team, no matter what the trade is, you can make an argument that the Bulls would have been a bottom 8 team regardless, right? You can make that argument. I'm not saying that that's necessarily true because Modest can hit a great leap. We don't know for sure. But so that's why the people who look at this as we got a net nothing for Zach, because some are looking at it and saying, well, hell, if you would have traded Zach in any trade and not gotten equal talent back, which you weren't going to get, you had a chance to be a bottom 8 team the next 3 years regardless. So you could have got more assets on top of that. right? And again, I'm not saying that that's necessarily more true than your feelings. I'm just saying that that's a different perspective on it as well, right? Now let's focus on basketball and see how the Bulls get a dub or get their ass kicked tonight. It is what it is, man. Hey, this is a hell of a comment section to join at 8:20 a.m. on a Sunday morning here in Australia. That's crazy. That is funny. Hayes, what are you most scared of Donald Trump? What? Whoa. Come on now. We're not, we're, I really, all jokes aside, Shay, and I don't usually shy away. I just want this to be a safe place away from, we already got to deal with the Bulls. Let's make this a safe place away from politics. I really like, that is one thing that I'm trying. Like, I really don't want to creep into the chat here. We can have jokes about porn and all that. I do not want politics to creep into this chat. I don't want that to happen because we're all having fun right now. The moment you introduce politics, it takes a different turn. So, that's what we not going to do. Y'all got me rolling. Hit the thumbs up. Is that what you're saying in your porn tape breakdown? Is hit the thumbs up? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I mean, she may like it though. You got to do what you got to do. Y'all killing me in the chat. When can we expect a video with Hayes' top 10 foreign prospects? I have never even thought about dropping a foreign prospects video, but hey. I'm smelling a triple double from Giddy. Get that Vegemite ready, brother. The Vegemite stay on the desk. It's always ready. There you go. No political BS in the chat room, please. I look that we got to have some type of boundaries around here. We let a lot of shit go. We got to have some type of boundaries from time to time. That's just one. And again, not to say that I listen. It's just that the moment you start talking some of that, people start taking things more personal. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it away. That's it. Porn is fine. Drew the line at politics. Yep. That's actually accurate. That's actually accurate. In an alternate reality where Billy Donovan has shown the door, curious on your top 3 preferences. I got one. Chris Quinn with the Miami Heat. That's Chris Quinn. But I do have a video on that already that I dropped this summer. So I went into like each kind of candidate there. Hayes, the Suns effing suck. I think the Bulls got them in this one. Tyus Jones is an absolute cone, and Kobe, Josh should dominate. Here's the thing, though. You could say that, but the Phoenix Suns are in the West, a much tougher conference, and have more wins than the Bulls. And if you actually look at the Phoenix Suns, the Suns do suck. They actually rank higher than the Bulls in a lot. So I'm just saying, you can't take that. Like, you say that like we're not also a team that sucks, right? We're also a team that sucks. Maybe that's been the Bulls' problem this season. The Bulls have been breaking down the wrong tapes after games. That is hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Peace, Brother Hayes. This is my opinion. We have been bamboozled and run amok. When it's all said and done, this front office won't even be around by the time ownership steps in. I disagree with that. I think if you know this ownership group, that they are going to give this front office plenty of chances to turn this thing around. So only the soft can handle Vegemite. Can't handle Vegemite. Yeah, listen, Vegemite, it's not that bad. And I've been eating it without butter. So it's like I've been getting nothing but the cut of the Vegemite. So good call with not getting into politics. People can take that way too seriously. Bulls are more important anyway. That's a fact. Doesn't Booker usually cook the Bulls? I don't know if that's true or not. Hold on. I can take a look. Devin Booker versus Bulls. Let's take a look. Now, the glass, I meant to not wear a hat on the stream. The glasses, I have no idea where my glasses are, and my head is hurting. So Devin Booker in 16 games against the Bulls averages 27 points, 4.6 assists, 3.9 rebounds. Yeah, he cooks us. I mean, it's not as bad as some other. He also averages shooting 51% from the field and 44% from 3 against the Bulls. Yeah, it's about to be a long day. Hayes, you don't think Sam Cassell can make a good coach for the Bulls? I do think Sam Cassell is a solid coach, but here's the thing: the jokes that I've been roasting Sam Cassell's and Kerry Kittles are two of the ugliest people to ever grace professional sports. If Sam Cassell was our coach, every time he pisses me off, the roast would be legendary. Legendary. Hold on, wait. Legendary. So I'm trying to, it is what it is, man. March Madness this year is going to be good watching. So me and Pat over on Locked On Bulls during March Madness, we're going to start every Friday. We're going to have like our draft board, like the top 3 players. We're also going to talk about like performances in the tournament, things like that, as far as players that people want to look out for. So tune in to Locked On Bulls for that. How do you feel about CBS calling us the worst ran NBA franchise? Listen, I understand it. I do think the Suns are worse ran, but I definitely understand it. He's dropped a 50 piece on us before. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Has it only been one 50 piece? Yeah, just one. 51. He dropped 51 on us November 30th, 2022. So, and he had a 50 piece, a 45 piece, several 30-point games. Yeah, he cooks us. Completely agree with a different perspective. I look at all different ways for sure. It's hardest to predict each season's outcome, not knowing what other teams are really going. Yeah, that's a good point in that as well, right? Because your ability to have a worse record is directly related to how other teams improve or get worse around you as well, right? So good point there. What's good, Hayes? Late to the stream, but we're probably cooked tonight if we run 4 guards against KD, Book, and Bill. We're probably going to run that, brother. 13 straight 10-plus games for Giddey, but only 1 game of 10 assists. Is that just him taking advantage of one-on-one matchups more? Now, are we not converting his passes? It's a mixture of 2 things, right? You got to look. He's always out there with 2 other point guards at the very minimum lately. Since the Zach LaVine trade, right? So it's either him and Kobe, him, Kobe and Io, him, Kobe and Lonzo, right? So it's always like that, and they're all really having solid assist numbers. If you look at Kobe, Io, Giddey's assist to turnover ratio since the LaVine trade, they're all having some pretty solid assist numbers. So I think that's it. And then, of course, there is some of the players failing to convert on opportunities as well. So it's like a twofold thing. Oh, do you like KJ or Igor Dimin better? I feel like AK would lean KJ because he's Lithuanian. I like Igor better as far as upside. I think Igor's just a baller, bro. Like Igor Dimin is like, but the thing is, you would have to move. You would have to move one of the guards eventually, maybe by next year's trade deadline, even if you don't at the draft. Maybe you do move them in the draft right after you secure them. I love KJ too. Like, make no mistake, I love KJ too. Igor to me just has more kind of versatility, right? I think that with KJ is, if you draft KJ, you got to change a lot about your team, right? A lot about your team. I think at that point, there's no way. I don't think you can have Giddey and KJ on the same team. I just personally don't think that. Igor, I can see Igor, Dimin, and Giddey being on the same team. I can see KJ and Kobe being on the same team. I don't think you can do Igor and Kobe on the same team, right? So I think that depending on which one of those guys you get and which one you're willing to be flexible about, it kind of changes the thing there, right? I think you're right. He'd go KJ. Bruh, didn't even know we were playing. So you didn't know we were playing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like this year, I threw out the most likely scenarios I saw happening, and I hit on quite a few of them. So I'm just saying, I feel like I try to take into account all data objectively and make a best decision. I mean, listen, and that's why I said, and I made sure that I said, it's not that I think that you're wrong, because you could very well be right. I just wanted to offer a different perspective because it could go a lot of different ways, right? So, and you can look at objective data and come up with 2 different outcomes. That's just what I try to do. Like I said, it's not one of those things, Rob, where I'm saying you're completely wrong about this. No, I don't think you're wrong. I think that it's especially looking at where the Bulls picks ends up sitting. Let's say next year the Bulls pick is number 11, right? That almost right there makes it better, especially in a deep draft, right? Let's say that it's anywhere below 8, right? It makes it worth it. Let's say in 2027 that the draft pick falls at 15, right? It makes it worth it, right? So top 8 protected is very, very restricted. I'm just saying that you can also make a case that maybe the Bulls pick would already stay there, but we'll see. We'll see. We have to hit in this draft. I'm a, first of all, don't play about KMS. I'm not going to say that because that instantly would get us hit with a knock. But do you still think it would be better to move Billy to the front office? I do. I'll say this: like I think it would be better to move Billy to the front office than to continue having him coach as we're bringing in new players. In my personal opinion, so. Does Bill Starter come out? Believe he's been coming off the bench. I don't watch a lot of Suns games. I'm not even going to front on you on that one. I can't. I watched at the beginning of the season. I probably watched about 10 of the first 14 Suns games, and I was like, yeah. And that's when they were good, right? Keep in mind, the Suns started off this season, I believe, number 2 in the Western Conference for like the first month and a half. But even then, watching them, I was like, hey, this is going to get ugly. Because you can see very early on, them motherfuckers couldn't defend shit. Shit. Good A Hayes from Down Under. Great game from Giddey last. His accuracy is improving a lot. He just got to keep it. If Giddey can consistently be, right? I know he's shooting above 50% from 3. He doesn't even need to do that. If Giddey can consistently be a 36, 37% 3-point shooter, taking about 3 or 4 per game, that changes the way you have to guard him crazy, right? The reason why Giddey's offense sometimes looks janky in a way, right, is because teams are able to just play him for the drive. That's why early in the season, when he was hitting threes at a really good rate to start the season off again, the Bulls offense looks so much more fluid. If Giddey can just become a consistent 36.5% shooter on 4 3-pointers per game, it literally changes the way teams, and keep in mind, that's not making a lot of threes, but it completely changes how teams have to guard him. Because now you have to play him for the drive. You have to play him for the pass. You got to play him for the kick out. And you got to play him for him to just stop and pop it on you. That's a bar. That's crazy. That's a pause. It's a pause. But nonetheless, I rock with it. We have to lose this game, please. Tankathon continues. Keep cooking that losing streak. Just because you said they were going to win. Why can't ownership see that everything they've done after the Jordan era hasn't worked? Even the D Rose era, they couldn't build the best team around them, but they believe they could build a contender. No, you can't say everything. It's not that if it didn't lead in the championship, it means it didn't work. That's just false. What they built with even with the Kirk Howard, Luau Deng, Ben Gordon, even before Derrick Rose got here, it worked. They built a very solid, tough team without a superstar. Then you got a superstar, and you had the number 1 record in the league, right? So it worked. Now we got to stop thinking that, if it doesn't lead to a championship, that means it didn't work. No, it worked. Now they couldn't get over the hump to get them to a title team. Now I do think had Marco Bellinelli played with a healthy D Rose, we're talking about very different things there. Keep in mind, D Rose got hurt again. He never really got to play with Bellinelli. They got the shooting guard that I think would have eventually worked with Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose got hurt again. They were over the luxury tax. The Rhinestones made him break it up. But, unfortunately, that goes to that woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? I'm not going to lie. As much as I hate Billy Donovan's head coach, he does have a eye for young talent. See, and that's where Billy Donovan's expertise in college can come in handy, right? That's where it can come in. Like, keep in mind, as a GM or even the assistant GM, they're usually heads of scouting. If you tell me that Billy Donovan's job is to go out and not develop the talent, but scout the talent, again, not to say that it's the greatest thing in the world, but you can kind of sell me on that a little bit, right? Yep, I just saw the starters. Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Lonzo Ball, Manas Buzelis, and Nikola Vucevic. That's your starters, man. Giddey's jumper is too slow to shoot over a defender. No, Giddey shot over defenders before because he has the length, and usually he's going to have a length advantage over most point guards. But he got to be more decisive with it. Let's let Billy D go to an organization that is ready to win. I would throw money at Steve Kerr to come run the front office. The team would look, act, and play so different. First of all, you getting into fantasy booking. The way Io got hurt was worrying too because it looked like the shoulder may have been shifted upwards awkwardly and could be a labrum. I hope not. So hope not. I agree, Hayes. That's why your pod is the best. Listen, I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys' input, man. Like it's good to have a listener base that we can all interact and have fun, man. Adama had a slower shot than Giddy. Yeah, that's a fact. I don't think Marco Bellinelli ever played with Derrick Rose. I think that season he was set out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I agree there. Billy has an eye for young talent, but don't know how to use them, so it means nothing. Not necessarily, because if you're in a GM role and it's not your job to use them, it's just your job to identify the talent. That actually helps, right? Keep in mind, right now, Billy isn't scouting. Head coaches aren't part of the scouting department. They're too entrenched during the season of coaching, right? So if you remove Billy Donovan from the responsibility of coaching and his job is to just scout, which means it's not on his job to develop them. It's not on his job to figure out how to use them. It's just his job to go and look and say, hey, this kid got some talent. I think I like this kid's talent. This is what he does good. This is what he does bad. I actually like Billy Donovan in that role. Now, if it comes to Billy Donovan finding a way to get the most out of that, that's not good. That's not good. Hayes, do you think the Bulls will keep any of the players in the Zach trade? I mean, yeah, they got to because they're under contract. The only one that's not under contract is Trey Jones, and that's the one that I would want to see the Bulls keep, if I'm being 100% honest. So we'll see what the future holds, man. But all right, y'all, gonna get ready to wrap it up. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See Red. See y'all at halftime. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.